Welcome to the nest. What's in your pockets? I got to know. So we have Marco. Let me start from the beginning. Ground Fog, Angelo. Mick Ranger, Marco Yee, Jason Beecher. Welcome to the nest. What's in your pockets? And Mick Ranger, nest member. Angelo, nest member. I'm having a hard time scrolling. Lion, not sheep. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the nest. What's in your pockets? What are you carrying? What you have for lunch? I got to know. Hang on just a second. Oh, hang on. Okay, let's see. Old School Rocker, welcome to the nest. Mike Jernak. Papa Jiggly, William Hornbustle, Clint Crosby. Welcome, welcome. What's in your pockets? What are you carrying? This cut my knuckle putting my new desk chair together, and the band-aid came off in the shower, so had to rebandage. And there we go. Okay, what's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Papa Jiggly's carrying the Hell Dorado, and Corgi loving the Hell Dorado. Nice. Did I miss any carries? I know I was greeting peoples, but it doesn't look like I missed any carries. Alrighty. On the board here, I'm a little on the warm side. I've been rushing around this morning, trying to get my chair together. I actually got my new desk chair, about 2 weeks ago, and it was having a problem attaching the back to the bottom assembly. And I finally figured it out today, what I was not quite doing wrong, but what I was going to have to do because of, what do you call those people that the upholstery, they kind of partially covered the hole, which was not allowing me to put in the screws. He's carrying his Fenrir, Parrot, and Rosecraft Baron Fork Jack. Nice. Cobunny X ordered a Medco S7 machete. Do you have a need for a machete? That I have to know. It's 12.5 inch. Is kind of small blade, but I want more big S7 knives. What's an S7 knife? Cobunny X. I am unaware. Let me see if I can find out. That was no help. I collect tactical swords and combat blades. Oh, nice. S7 damage steel. What's S7? Is that the type of steel? Oh, wait a second. I know where I boo-booed. I'm looking on YouTube. All right, let's take a look at that. Oh, I can't read that screen. It's too far away from me. It's super tough, resilient, resistant to chipping or breaking, but doesn't hold an edge well. It's a stock shock steel used in jackhammer bits. Really? Wow. Okay. I can understand why it's for bushcraft. That's for sure. All right, let's see what I missed. What I missed. Oh, let me switch back screens. SM is a type of steel, very fancy. Yeah, for if you're wielding a jackhammer. Smock and 20 CV, Bel Air crew wear for William Hornbustle. Nice. Yep. Got it. Kobani X. William Hornbustle S7 sounds like where they keep aliens. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, that special area. Man, eyes got to cool down. It's I don't know what the temperature is in this room, but I'm wearing obviously a Hawaiian shirt, and I'm wearing shorts, no shoes, no slippers, no socks, and I am burning up. Of course, didn't help that I took a blazing hot shower. had to relax the muscles from putting that chair together. Man, that's a heavy chair. But next Saturday, I will have it in place. Actually, I'm putting it in place as soon as we get off this live stream. I'm going to get a piece of glass to put underneath on the floor. I'm hoping Medford keeps making bigger machetes. 20-inch would be ideal. Yeah, I can imagine. But do you have an actual use for a machete, or do you just collect them? Either way, it's cool, but it'd be cooler if you actually had a use for them. Other than, you had a wild backyard that needs to be tamed. That would suck. That's too much work. I've done that in my youth. Chop down trees with nothing but a bow saw and loppers. That's lots of fun. Woohoo! But I was young and didn't want to spend the money to get an axe and that kind of shit. Yes, I am a Highlander. Gotcha. Highlander. Whereabouts are you Highlanding? Oh, speaking of which, well, why don't we, before we go into what's on the board here and other knife shit, where is everybody from? Usually when anybody else does it, any other YouTubers do it, I'm busy typing in my shit, so I don't get to see everybody else's. I live in northern Nevada, 30 miles east of Reno, along the Interstate 80. In between Reno and Fernley, the town I live in, is USA Parkway. I don't know if you guys are familiar with. He's from Florida. And then how can you be a Highlander? They have anthills and flat land. That's there's no high country there. It's from Maine. Gotcha. Papa Jiggly, anyone have a good bolt action pen referral? I'm looking for something not too expensive. I'm cool if it weighs a bit. He likes brass or something. Well, I carry in my thing. I don't have it with me at the moment. It's in my daily carry bag. But it's a mini O-pen. That's bolt action. And I love that little thing. Papa Jiggly's from Southwest Ohio, about an hour south of Bees. Bees is, I believe, lives in the Dayton area. No, not Dayton. Yeah, Dayton. No. Anyways, what's the name of the town, Papa Jiggly? I'm from Northeast Ohio originally. actually Cleveland. And then my mom lives in Eastlake, Ohio, which is east of Cleveland. He is in Dayton. Okay, I thought so. And what's 1 hour south of Dayton? Kentucky? Cincinnati? Lebanon, Ohio. Okay, I've heard of it. I'd have to look at the map to see exactly where it's at, but yeah. Like I said, I'm originally from the Cleveland area. Actually, I lived in Cleveland until I graduated 9th grade. And then we moved out to Eastlake. Lebanon is north of Cincy. But not too far north. Okay, gotcha. All right, love you. Not you, Papa Jiggly. Anyways, we're in Hornbustle, the O pen with a pencil. Yeah, I don't use the pencil thing. I got on RNK, and I just got the O pen from Amazon spring sale for like $70. Gotcha. It's Dog One. Welcome to the nest member. Hiya, Crows. I'm Crow's boss. I'm in Texas, the good part. The rest is a circle jerk of burbs. And what part is the good part? West Texas? East Texas? I was stationed at Shepherd Air Force Base, Wichita Falls. So, close to, Oklahoma. You know why Texas doesn't fall into the Gulf of Mexico? Because Oklahoma sucks. William Hornbustle, I love you too, Ron. Nice. I love you too. I love y'all. Every single one of y'all. Matt Conklin, welcome to the nest. Hello, knife nerds. Hey, who you calling a nerd? I'm a geek. Anyways, yeah, so Southwest Texas. So anywhere near Santa Fe? So anyways, I was stationed up at Wichita Falls, Texas, northern Texas, about an hour and a half from Dallas. Cool Bunny X, I just learned about Huntsman Knife Company, Bell Beast Prime Legacy. It's Z Tough, 18-inch, very cool looking, but it's sold. Well, keep an eye out. Look at the secondary. That's the only thing I can suggest there. Jason Beecher. Good afternoon, everyone. He's working and lurking, milking the cows. So I lived in the city, but just half hour outside of the city was country, outside of Cleveland. So in elementary school, we got to do a field trip out to a farm, and I got to milk a cow. Well, actually, you call it milking a cow, but I just got to squeeze a teat a couple times, got a couple squirts, and then the next kid, and so on and so forth. We did a hay ride and such. Had a nice lunch. That was kind of cool. But I was in maybe first grade. So that was neat. Ramsey's silent. Thank you, Ramses. Welcome to the nest. Nest member. Greetings, all. Say hello to my little friend, the like button. It helps more than most people know. I think everybody knows by now, but they have this allergic reaction to the thumbs up. I don't know what that's about, but there we are. Getting ready to milk, making feed. Gotcha. For the chickens or for the cows? Feed, that is. Ramsey Silent just shared Clint Crosby's channel. Thank you, Ramses. I don't know why everybody has some problem pronouncing Ramses. You don't call the head of Egypt in the ancient days Ramses. It's Ramses. And it's spelled exactly the same. So, boom. Staff Sergeant Maximus. Welcome to the nest. What's in your pockets? What are you carrying? What'd you have for lunch? I had leftover Papa Murphy's pizza. Couple slices left over from last night. It was yummy. So, we only got a couple places where people live. Mick, where do you live now? Sergeant Maximus. Staff Sergeant Maximus. My bad. Which service? Army or Air Force? The Ramses has just shared Code Bunny X's channel. Thank you very much. Metal Relic Art. Happy Saturday, y'all. I'm going to attempt to do nothing today. Doubt it'll work though. Well, you know, as long as you're on the live streams, doing nothing comes easy. Just saying. So, Metal Relic Art, where do you fare from? What part of the country are you at? City, town, as close as you can share or feel comfortable sharing. Staff Sergeant Maximus is carrying a Kaiser Beglighter and ZT0200. I need to get a big ZT. Matt Conklin living in the mountains of western North Carolina. So you're a hillbilly. In my part of the country where I was from, calling somebody a hillbilly was fighting words. Unless you were a hillbilly. Ramsey said 100% right on my name. I never understand why people. Yeah, you and Cicero. I have Cicero from Roman times. You know, he was a statesman in Rome during Caesar's time, and why people will have a problem pronouncing Cicero. I don't frickin' get it. Cicero. yeah. That's Ramses. I tried to correct him. Probably got tired of doing that. I'm sure you feel the same way. And in case you guys are wondering, I have in the glass the ever present full of bourbon. So here on the table here, I have my carry. You guys probably seen, or I posted a video review. Granted, I know my reviews are boring. They're getting better. The one on this one was much better than the previous two. I know that. For some reason, when I have actually something I have to say, you know, specifically, I become, boring. I don't know. It's weird. It'll get more lively as it comes, but check out the thumbnail. So my main premise of the thumbnail is, see this 80s camel carbon. I heard somebody say, and you guys probably know who I'm talking about, said that 80s camel carbon does not look like anything that they knew from the 80s. And I always correct, but I don't think anybody ever reads. But when I look at 80s camel carbon, I see Spencer's gifts. The back room where they have the black lights and the glow in the dark posters. I spent, well, mind you, this was in the 70s, but when I was a youth, we would go to Spencer's and look at all the posters and the black light and the strobe lights. It was like a mini head shop. back before we knew what before I knew what a head shop was. But yeah, that's what 80s camo carbon reminds me of. Well, see, the thing about it is I'm not sure if the adult section actually existed when I was a kid in Spencer's. They might have, but we didn't peruse that section. We were, you know, pot smokers and shit when I was a kid, and yeah, we like going into the black light. 80s camo definitely reminds me of the 80s. There you go. Late 80s, early 90s. Well, I don't know about the early 90s. The early 90s, I was overseas. No, actually, no, I was, see, I got out of the Air Force in 89, so I was in California, Northern California. But, yeah. I was in the Air Force from 80 to 89. But I love this little snappy knife. I'm glad now I can really carry it since I've already done a review. Although I am going to do a video on servicing this knife and replacing the clip. Remember Blockbuster in their adult section? I was wondering what was in there when I was young. And then when you got old enough to care, really, you check it out, they went bankrupt, huh? Oh, missed him. Blessed EDC, Thomas, welcome to the nest. What's in your pockets? What are you carrying? Yeah, I'm glad you're feeling better, Mick. So that's that knife. And then my, oh, yeah, there's, I hadn't cleaned the blade since I cut a hamburger with it. I mean, I wiped it off and everything, but I hadn't cleaned it off the DLC, so it doesn't show that. There we go. Or what? No, it was a BLT. And this is my my Militaw with 80s camo carbon. I had actually was using this knife in the install of my new desk chair, and I ended up the blade slipping and taking a chunk out of my my left thumb knuckle. So at the beginning of the time stream, after you know, when I was greeting people, I was putting on the band-aid because the band-aid fell off when I was in the shower. I don't know where it's at. I just realized that I had blood, so I had to put on a new band-aid. The old school video rental stores were the best. You know, I swear to God, I actually hated going to Blockbuster because I would spend, you know, feel like watching a movie, spend 2-3 hours looking for a movie, and by the time you got the movie and got home, it was, you know, too late to actually watch the damn thing. Ramsey Silence carrying the Leatherman Arc, Leatherman Squirt P4, Olight Mini 2 Ultra, Spyderco Native 5 LT in 15V, Spyderco Shaman in M4, Kunu Chad PM60. The concept Cosmos in 20 CV, and an outdoor element neck knife. Ramses, are you vying to compete with Illuminati with how much you're carrying? Oh my God. Blockbuster was a slow death. Bought 1,000 DVDs, no joke. Nice. Before I had, when I was in the Air Force, I had two VCRs, and this was back in the day before they did the encryption thing. So I would make copies of DVDs, and I'd get the big tape, so I can put 3 movies on the tape. And I ended up like with 80 videotapes when I went to Germany. And the good thing I did, because I was a small air station. We didn't have any American TV or English TV. Although the Dutch, because we were close to the Dutch border, the Dutch channels would air TV shows and movies, and they would be dubbed in Dutch. Not dubbed in Dutch. They would have Dutch closed captioning, but they would leave the English on the channel. Where the Germans, they dubbed everything: movies, TV, everything. I had a German friend tell me that she liked the German Bruce Wayne's voice better than the American Bruce Wayne's voice. I was flabbergasted by that. Rachel Jordan had a magic DVD ripper. I have no idea what that is. Ben C, welcome to the nest member. I'm laid up with ice on my shin and my leg propped up. Brother hit my shin Monday on a 4-wheeler rack. Today when I got off work, it's so swollen above my sock, thinking compartment syndrome. I'm not sure what compartment syndrome is, but that doesn't sound pleasant. Lou always wins. He had more and mostly bigger knives. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you, Ramses. You should get that looked at. But yeah, no shit. Okay, Crow. Hey, Cicero. Cromer off to Walmart for dog stuff. Oh, Cicero Nest member. And things. Pray for me and the a-hole that hit my truck with a shopping cart. He tried to launch to the rack from 20. Oh, what a dick. Was there something going on? Oh, I'm frozen. Okay, not frozen anymore. I'm sorry, folks. It might be time to get a new computer. I found out recently that it's not my internet, it's not my modem, it's not my that equipment. It is because I could be not online and just working on Microsoft Word, and the shit would freeze up on me. So it might be time to get a new computer. I'll be just doing the simplest thing, and all of a sudden, the fans go to full speed, and by then I knew I was going to have a slowdown. How's the new chair? Well, I haven't put it. I just finished putting it together. It's sitting in the living room at the moment. I didn't have enough time to move it in here today because I have to move this table out of the way to be able to get it in. So that was a little too much to do. The 45 minutes I had after I finished the putting it together. So I'll do that after the live stream and put it in place. I do need to get a piece of glass to put underneath it. But there we are, because the rollers with my bulk in the chair doesn't move very well on the carpet. What type of processor do you have, Ron? You know, good question. I don't remember. I bought this computer close to 8 years ago, and nowhere did I anticipate having a YouTube live stream or doing heavy processing. I did pay, you know, I did use my company discount to buy the HP computer. So I was able to get more processing power and such than I would have normally been able to get off the rack. I had it, ordered it, special order, built it together, whatever. But I know the GPU, well, the built-in GPU really sucked. Put a smaller unit in, and I don't know if you know of HP, but HP is proprietary shit, so it was not expandable, and I'm frozen again. Well, that might be on my side, but nobody's complaining, so, or maybe I was just reading in the chat. Ron's got a Pentium 3 and a Gateway. Oh, those Gateway computers, my God, pieces of crap they were. I mean, they were made out of tissue paper, for God's sake. And hey, when I started working on the machines I work on now, they had Pentium 1s in them. That shows you how far back they go. And when I was in the Air Force, we had a Microsoft 3.1 software, and pre-Pentium computers. Yeah, you have a 486? Oh my God, that was the big thing when I moved out to California. 486, that was the big chip. Nope, I would have to get a new power supply. I don't have enough memory. I have 2 gigabytes of memory, gigabytes of hard drive, which is nowhere near enough for processing. I do have a sufficient amount of RAM. I did put in new RAM, more RAM. I don't remember how much. I think I have 512 megabytes of RAM. You used to have an old Commodore. My first computer was a Commodore 64. Dog one Commodore Amiga 2000. Yeah, I had a Commodore 64. Then I went to a 128. And when I was stationed in Germany, I had a roommate that was all about the Commodore Amiga. But he got the Commodore Amiga after he saw my 128. My Commodore 64 had no means of putting a program on the computer. I had no hard drive. I had no, remember back in the day they had used cassette tapes. I taught myself Commodore Basic, and I would sit there for hours and days because I can't type. Typing in a program in the computer, and I couldn't turn off the computer because if I did, the program would go away. Wow, I can't believe it isn't even running. Commodore 64 had tons of stuff. Yeah, I did, but I didn't have any. I was in the Air Force. I was let's see, I was stationed at Shepherd, so I was a senior airman. Oh, senior airman sergeant, buck sergeant. But that's when I got my Commodore 64. It's either get that or the Trash 80, PRS 80 from Tandy / Radio Shack. Also in the running, when I went to the 128, what was in the running was the Apple IIc. And I went with Microsoft, or at the time PC, because the more things you could do manually. Commodore is making a modern and compact version of the 64 coming out soon. I heard that. Somebody bought Commodore's rights and everything. I love my Commodore 64. Love my 128 better. But and you know that stupid lamp cartoon that hops around and kicks a ball? That was originally done on a Commodore 60. No, on a Commodore Amiga. Did you know that? Commodore actually developed the first dual processor. Back then, the PC had the processor could simulate being dual, meaning it would do things, one thing, the next thing, one thing, then the next thing, one thing, then the next thing, but super fast. So it had a real fast clock speed. But the Commodore 64 had the first original dual processor where it could do two things, two operations at the same time. Song 1, Ray Traces. I don't know what you're talking about. Did I miss something? I Was 11 wrote machine music for mod community. Gotcha. Cool. That's impressive. Apple just dropped a more budget-friendly laptop. My daughter got one. It's only budget-friendly if it doesn't end up, and that's what any Apple product would be in my hands. Trash. I'm sorry. I am a PC guy through and through. I had a 64 and a 2C plus. Still have floppies for it. Nice. Well, the equipment I worked on, you programmed it with 7-inch floppies. Now that was really a floppy. It was very floppy. I had a 64. Okay, I read that. The lamp. Yep. Originally done on a Commodore Amiga. How about buying a cheap gaming laptop and attached to? I hate laptops with a passion. Now I have a good 17-inch monitor laptop that is going to be reserved strictly for doing CNC and laser burning for my neon laser. Yeah, I hate laptops with a passion. But you can't see this 4 monitors, but I'm only my graphics card can only handle 3 at a time. So I have 1 monitor being unused, and the 3 monitors are all ultra wides. So I have plenty of monitor situation. I've been in the computer since the 6th grade when I built my first one. It was a roll of paper, very long, and on the paper it had yes, no, yes, yes, no, yes, no, in a random sort. Had them taped or glued to 2 pencils, and so you would have this what looked like a computer, and you would ask a question, and then you would rotate it to the next answer. I made one of those in 6th grade. I've been in the computers that long. Ever since I saw, well, actually, I don't know when the movie came out. It was in the early 70s, I think, Colossus, the Forbin Project. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, but that had me on the edge of my seat. I ride a William Homer bus. I ride a Harley and need premium. It frigging up 80. Holy shit, 400. Oh no, $4.80 a gallon. I thought it was cost you $480 to fill up a motorcycle. I'm like, Jesus Christ, how big is a tank? The tank on that fucking Harley. Pardon my French. The Catholic school I grew up in has a Texas Instrument TI-99 for a console. Wow. Who remembers the game Panic Button? Sounds familiar, but I don't recall it. I only use laptops. I own one tower style PC. It was cool, but the laptop is way more useful. Well, do you have to carry it around or something? I like when I'm going to do computer work, going on my computer. I do have a fancy, whatchamacallit, tablet somewhere. I haven't been able to find it in years. I don't know where it's at. So the only thing I can think of is somebody mistakenly took it home with them. I missed my tablet, but I have a fairly big. Oh, speaking of which, is in the living room. I forgot to bring it with me. Okay, I'm healing never, but Murphy gas. Somebody's using voice to text, because that didn't make any sense, at least not to me. Dang, my gram takes regular at $3.99. What's at almost 300 miles per tank. My company vehicle, which I still have, thank God, I get about 400 miles to the tank. It's a 16-gallon tank. It's pretty good. And just can't sit for too long, and I can't lay down for too long, so the laptop makes it easier for my. I see. That was from Mick Ranger. Miranda Keith. Oh, welcome to this. I didn't greet you. Have a run. Chill before name brand has more additives. Your best bet is to find a place that is busy and will have fresh fuel. Yeah, you got to have good turnover. Keep that water out of your tank. Naomi Adventures. Hey, Sheila. Welcome to the nest. Nest member. Oh, so I only got this far with my carry. And then, of course, the White Mountain Knives exclusive T1. BD. Kaiser T1. This is nice. I mean, all T1s are nice. You can't go wrong with getting a T1. And you can't go wrong with getting a T1. The one in the T and titanium handle, it feels like you're carrying a freaking knife, not a toy. Burning Stables Forge. Hey, Clayton. What's up, Ms. Ron? Good to see you. Yeah, Nancy Dell. Yeah. Thank you. I'm not saying you're wrong. Hey, Clayton, I'm going to buy you a comb or a brush. I'm going to see if they make a titanium comb. I'm going to send it to you. I got to tell you. And the old times, 061 or 59 or whatever the number name with the purple. Okay. Now my computer froze up. There we go. Oh, that was fun. ODS, OBS just froze. disappeared and came back again. Weird. Man, I think I'm going to need a computer sooner than later, for sure. Of course, I can hear my SC drive going like gangbusters behind me. But you know, whenever I go into oh, I forget what it's called, the one where you can see everything that's running at the time, it always looks like there's nothing going on. But yet, it's taking up, you know, it's shit slowing down like on my computer and everything. Dog one, and the gas in the pipeline that they paid less than $100 a barrel already here. Windfalls, profits, yes, but you know they'll lower the prices again. Mind you, as you know, prices go up faster than they come down, but eventually it will come down, and then we'll be okay for a little while, hopefully. And with party control, no one will haul CEOs in. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Thank you, Ramses, for sharing Bernie Stables Forge's address. Channel. I'm sure everybody, at least in the visual chat, subscribed. TC Blades, Troy, what's up? Addicted to the Blades. What's up? Welcome to the nest. What's in your pockets? What are you carrying? I got to know. And so that was my carry for this week. And a selfish plug. I just posted, I think I have 3 videos, long form videos, reviews of this knife, and the Camel. They could use some help, some likes, some watching. I hope to record 4 more videos for the coming week. My plan is, and that's just for this week, and then the next week I plan on doing 2 videos a week, at least. Yeah, I think 2 for now. Clayton from Burning Stables Forge has got his Heretic Wraith purple camel carbon with LMAX steel. Nice. Troy, I love the old 10s. I love this one. Actually, I just ordered one in PEI, which is shipping from China as we speak. It is trekking its way through customs and into the United States from China. Oh, what did I do with the Kaiser? I just received a new knife. I don't remember what did I do with it. Oh, there it is. I got a new knife, but it's a Christmas knife. Kaiser was having a sale. Christmas knife was 50% off. I'm going to open it up and QC it to make sure that, you know, it's fine, that I don't have to return it. And then I'll probably do a review and post it and have it post come November. Help with gadgets. What's up? Welcome to the nest. What's in your pockets? What are you carrying? Oh, which Which knife, Sheila, Wyoming? Sorry, I missed it. That tiny, well, because I know you said you ordered the tiny one last week. Or is that the one you're talking about, or did you order a different one? Yeah, Ramses. Yeah, you know, but you know, I didn't know that I was going to be doing this. I would have got a higher powered computer and GPU, especially GPU. Oh, cool. Gadgets. Let Lou know. Let Lou know. Loot know. I appreciate him mentioning it. Oh, nice. But they didn't have the purple one, did they? I know that was sold out, Sheila. Brand new American. Welcome to the nest. Joe Kasprick. Welcome to the nest. How the hell are you? What you carrying? I got snow. And I'm hungry. I just had 2 small slices of pizza for lunch. So I got to know what you're having for lunch. I think we're having leftover pizza for dinner too tonight. Woohoo. Which is cool because I could eat pizza almost every day. The like button, smash it. Raquel. Says Cliff Brock. I got the black one around. Yeah, I need to get a black one. Oh, by the way. Oh, exciting news. I don't know if you saw it, but see this one? Right here? Oh, let me displace it. See this one right here? This is the Lemon Shark. This week, the Lemon Shark is coming out with, I think 3 or 4 new colors. It's coming out with a black G10. It's also coming out in purple plastic. Whatchamacallit? I forget what the fancy plastic is called, but it's kind of see-through. And of course, you know, I have the Ultimate one somewhere. But yeah, purple. It's like a plum purple. As soon as it gets released, I'm buying it. I'm buying it. I don't know how much you're going to charge for it, but it's supposed to be just a couple days. There, Sheila, or anybody. And if you're interested in buying an Olitons, I have a 10% discount code. Actually, for some reason the code doesn't work for me. So I don't know if it works for anybody else, but if you use the link in the description of all my videos and live streams, if you use my link and get over to her website, the link is actually to the Lemon Shark PEI version. But if you go to that link, use that link, you can save yourself 10% over and above their sale prices. So there. So yeah, purple Lemon Shark. I can't recommend the Lemon Shark any more highly. I mean, it just out of the box like that, just like that. Joe Kasprick's carrying a Griptilian, mini Griptilian, Civivi Odium, Phoenix. Comments would be nice there, Joe. Then I know when they end and when they don't. Because I'm not sure if the Civivi Odium and the Phoenix LD30 are 2 different things. It's 2 separate things. I think they are. Civivi Odium, because that sounds familiar. I believe I've seen that before. And I know the Griptilian and the mini Griptilian are 2 different knives. But a Phoenix LD30 I'm not familiar with. And a Illuminati Ninja chip. I used your code for the other knife. Nice. Why didn't you use my code for both knives? Yeah, save 10% on both. That's all right. You know, you don't want to save money. You don't want to save money. That's up to you. I got a burger called the Jolene with bacon, cream cheese, cowboy candy. What the hell? Oh, candied jalapenos. So gotcha. Oh, candied jalapeno. Not that. I've not had candied jalapenos. That would be good. Any $50, $65 knives with codes? You got a suggestion on this? Well, boom. Here's $45. Lemon Shark. In the description of my video. The PEI version of this is $55. This knife, now they're sold out of the purple, but this is a $30 knife. You can save 10% on getting it for under 30. On the Lemon Shark, wait, how does the back flipper work? The back flipper on which I don't have any knives here with the back flipper. I got the Lemon Shark with the front flipper, and it works perfectly, flawless, I say. Brown sugar, welcome to the nest. What be in your pockets? How's it going, Sharon? How is your day? Ben C, Rachel Jordan, it definitely is. Got 2 single smash burgers for $8.50. Oh, that's not bad. $8.50 a piece, I'm assuming. Other one is called the Dirty Bird with fried chicken on the burger, I think. Dirty Bird. You know, I try to stay away from chicken sandwiches. Now, I do have my favorites, and I get the McChicken sandwich. That's one of my favorites. Popeye's chicken sandwich. But yeah, the easiest front flipper knives I have are the PF Belugas. Gotcha. Look, the Lemon Shark, perfect. The Milita, perfect. $8.50 for both. Ron, gotcha. It's, you had $1 wings yesterday. You know, I remember when wings were cheap. Back after I got out of the Air Force, I worked for a company. This is after working for my brother installing wood floors. Eventually I couldn't handle it in Florida anymore because he would install wood floors in apartments and condos that were not complete, so no AC. Yeah, I couldn't handle the heat. I mean, I was drinking a gallon plus water a day, and I couldn't drink it fast enough to keep hydrated. So anyways, when I moved back to Ohio, I got a job at a factory that made waffle irons, and I don't even remember why I brought that up. Hang on, I'm gonna, wings. So I packed the waffle irons in the boxes and in the bigger boxes for shipment, and I worked amongst who I would term as the girls, because they were all women. They were all the ones that were assembling the waffle irons. So me and the girls on Wednesday would go to a bar called Beanie, by father of a friend of mine, and on Wednesday nights they had 10-cent wing, what they call 10-cent wing ding nights. 10-cent wings. Now mind you, this is in the early 90s, but 10-cent wings. And that's what I got me hooked on chicken wings. 10-cent wing night. Pimento, I haven't had pimento cheese since I was a kid. I'm digging pimento on my cheeseburgers. Yeah, I need to make some pimento cheese. That would be fun. I don't think I've seen it in the grocery stores here in Nevada or even in California when I lived in California. I think it's an Eastern thing. Sheila says she likes wings. I love wings. When I get pizza, I have to get wings just because. There's a pizza shop in Reno that pizza is pretty goddamn good. It was featured on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. But they had these Korean wings. God, and I only had them once because it's a trek to get to Reno, and it's in Midtown. Parking is a bitch. But damn, I need to get back there, see if they still have these wings, because they were killer. $1 wings on Friday at the Kick-Ass Barbecue Joint. Is that what it's called, Kick-Ass Barbecue Joint? Or is that what you call it because it's a Kick-Ass Barbecue Joint? $1 wings, that's not bad. Not bad at all. I would have no problem going to that place and get me a couple dozen wings. Now you're hungry. You should know better than we talk about food in this chat. Food and knives. This is by far the favorite knife I own. My nephew just opened a pizza spot up in Ohio called Bomb City Pizza, and he can't make enough pizzas a day. He was on the news and all over the papers. Where in Ohio there, Mick? Which Ohio city or town? Yeah, I knew. And I'm sure everybody with a brain knew. McRanger. That's remember. Probably going to Arby's later. What you're gonna get? What's your go-to Arby's meal, Sheila? And since you gotta type it, I can tell you what mine is. I like a big roast beef with horsey sauce and Arby's sauce. And I do like their gyro sandwiches. That's what I get. Ooh, might have to get that for dinner tonight. I don't know. Hey, baby. If you're not asleep, what do you think about Arby's tonight? Save the pizza for dinner tomorrow. Matt, laugh a lot. I supper appetizers. I eat entire orders of nachos. Laugh out loud. Nothing wrong with that. I have a friend that's almost addicted to nachos. If there's nachos on the menu, that's what he's eating for dinner. I'd like the jalapeno poppers and the beef and ooh, yeah, those jalapeno poppers are awesome. Yeah, the cheddar, yeah. I think it buries the flavor too much, but that's me. But I forgot about the jalapeno poppers. Arby's, technically, it's food. Before I joined the Air Force, when I was still in high school, actually, it was the place I worked at when I went into the Air Force. There was a roast beef sandwich company called Holy crap. What the hell is it called? It wasn't Arby's. It was, our parent company was chock full of nuts. Oh my God, I can't remember. I can't believe I can't remember. Anyways, I work at a roast beef place, and I was told the Arby's was exactly the same. They use what we called cover your ears, Wyoming. Sheila, because you might not, since you're going to Arby's, you might not want to hear this, but we called it bologna meat. The roast beef we called bologna meat because when it came in, it looked like ground up bologna, a big roast of, uncooked bologna meat. When it was cooked, it looked like roast beef, tasted like roast beef. Well, as close to roast beef as Arby's and Beef Corral. It's called Beef Corral. Anyways, yeah, that's where I worked when I joined the Air Force and right before I went in. Hello, everybody. On the Edge EDC. Welcome to the nest. Nest member. What's in your pockets? Bacon wrapped jalapeno poppers, homemade, yum. Homemade or at the restaurant, either way, that's good shit. Maynard, there, Rachel Jordan. Steak and eggs. Last night, I fast during the weekends. What? Coffee and water. Wow. You're missing out on a lot of good meals, Cicero. I love some pulled pork nacho. Oh, yeah. Pulled pork hot dog. You know, hot dog with pulled pork on it? That's the shit. Anyone near Poland, Ohio? Go, Poland. Where the hell is Poland, Ohio? Mick? Go let him know I sent you and he'll hook you up. I haven't been to Ohio in, God, last time I went to Ohio, I believe I was still married. Albeit separated. So that was 10, 15 years now. I have a restaurant in town that has nachos with chili, 2 cheeses, sour cream, and tomatoes, and I need to find a place that has nachos. Colleen makes a hell of a nacho plate. Just it'd be like we usually eat it as like a midnight snack kind of thing. But she does a bang up job making nachos. Bang up. William Hornbustle. What doesn't sound like a I believe I'm behind in the chat. Buffalo. Wyoming. You talking about Buffalo, Wyoming? Or Buffalo, New York? Well, you know, Benzie, there used to be a hot dog joint in Reno. Of course, unfortunately, it went out of business. You know, restaurants, it's hard to keep a restaurant going. You know, low overhead or high overhead. And people will only pay so much for food. So, you know, profit margins very, very small. Anyways, they had some banger hot dogs. And that was one of them. And with the pulled pork, that was a shit. Yeah, no, are you actually talking about Buffalo, Wyoming? I gotcha. And or all of a sudden I got this thought that you might actually be talking about buffalo meat, which I may or may not try. I would try it, but only if somebody else ordered it. I'm not going to order something like buffalo, unless I already know if I'm going to like it or not. So I'd have to try it. I was that way with oysters. I couldn't get myself to order oysters as much as I wanted to try oysters. I had to wait till I was with somebody that wanted oysters, and then I tried it, and then ended up absolutely fucking loving oysters. Anyways, okay, so let's talk about knives. Anybody got some knives coming in that you want to talk about? I got a DVD Glideman coming in. And what else? That's it. That's all I got coming in. All besides the giveaways I won, which is a Griptilian and some no-name knife. I can't remember. Well, actually, I don't even know if I know what the name was. I was asleep when he showed off the knife for the giveaway. And that's from Luke 10 Tex. So I figured rather than look it up, I will wait till I get it. I do too, Ron. DVD's knife. Oh, you have one coming in? Cool. Did you get the satin, or did you get the DLC version, Sheila? Don't sweat it on the edge. Don't sweat it. Tentacle Goblin L on the way. What's that? Goblin L. I know the Goblin, but what's a Goblin L? Is that Goblin large? Or a Goblin lefty? There, Cicero. I got the Azusa Eldorado coming, but no telling when. I remember seeing the Eldorado, and I remember seeing that. I remember thinking, "Ooh, that's nice." Oh, very cool, Sheila. Very cool. DLC. That, usually with PEI or Ultim, I'd like the silver or satin blades, but not if I have the option of DLC. I will always opt for the DLC. Period. Because I love no scratches. No scratches for moi. And there's a stain here on the knife that the Windex didn't take care of. So let me try some alcohol. Yeah, there you go. Excuse me. Look at that. Oh, look at the chat. You can actually see the chat being reflected off the DLC on this Militar. Cool, huh? Mirror like shine. Thank you, Ramses, for sharing Kodiak's. Is Kodiak Edge in here? How the hell you doing, you bastard? You Illinois bastard. I should call you bastages. Bastages, that's it. Sorry. On the edge. Or sorry, not the Kodiak Edge. I'm just teasing. Just having fun. Got a DLC bidet in the bathroom. Nice. Ramsey Son has original XL coming and some cheap bag. I've lost a original XL. I actually got it out to show off for the live stream some months ago, and haven't seen it since. Couldn't find it for the live stream. I don't know where the hell it ended up, but I can't find it. I searched I just can't find it. I don't know where it's at. It's bothersome because it bothers me because I hadn't seen the original XL since I bought it a year and a half ago. I was wanting to play with it and disappeared on me. Freely Blades minnow pocket fixed. Gotcha. It's dog one. I'm sure you have, but you've been catching the dude, the owner of Freely Blades on Javon's live streams. I forget what his name is. Not Javon's. The guy from Freely Blades. So, let's just say he's got a head on him. Yeah, you know, these senior moments. The older you get, the more they, you know, the more and faster they come. Cliff Brott has his custom Aries Bloom, and he loves it. Yeah, I can understand why all y'all that have or like Aries knives. And no, he's not a jerk. He's just, oh, Gary Creeley. Yeah, you know, he's just you know, he seems to be a fairly nice guy, just and very knowledgeable, but I can't say he's opinionated, though he is, but it's not that bad. It's, I don't know, he's a little bit of a big head. Conceited? I wouldn't say conceited. I wouldn't go that far. I mean, you know, I actually enjoy watching him talk. But yeah, a little bit. Mine, dog one, air of superiority, a little bit. Maybe, yeah. You know, it's like, he likes this, and he thinks everybody else should. They were talking about sharpening knife systems, and he was looking at the TS Prof KO3, and you know, for somebody who makes knives, and has all this equipment to make knives, I don't know why you'd want to get yourself a fucking a knife sharpening system that costs $100. I really don't. Griff Bot, there is no doubt about that. He knows what works for him. Yeah, but it's not just that. He knows what it works for him, and he has this air about him that's better than other people. And you know, whatever. Yeah, still doesn't turn me off from watching him. I like watching him. He's interesting. You know, whenever I get a chance to watch Javon and he's on, I enjoy watching it. Time goes by real quick, but yeah, maybe so. But dog one, you know, like I said, it's not a bad guy. I'm not terribly familiar with his knives. That's something that they don't do a lot of, is show off his knives and make everything about his knives, like certain other knife makers that only really talks about his own knives and about it. If he's good at making knives, then he knows about how to sharpen freehand on a belt. Yeah, but it's not the same thing. You don't get the same kind of edge there, Kodiak. You really don't. You really don't. Nothing like either a free sharpen on a stone or on a fixed angle system, because the grits are just lower, and they just end up being sicier and sharper, you know. Now I'm going to use the back of my knife to demonstrate this, to pretend, but I want a knife so sharp that if I touch my finger like this, it'll split the skin. Which this is almost that sharp now. It's been a while, so it's not quite. I can actually touch the blade without cutting myself, but just barely. We have vulnerabilities, so be sweet. People are people, yeah, true. Like Kodiak Edge, for God's sake. Hey, Ben, be careful. We play with sharp things. The only fixed blade I ever cut myself on, well, ever, I can't say ever, but in recent memory, is this little fucking bastard. This little bitch. And this will end up in somebody's giveaway sooner or later. It's cute, you know, a little mini Elementum. I mean, look at this dinky thing. It's definitely a neck knife, but I'm not into fixed blades. I won this from Everyday City Carry. I believe it's from my first giveaway. The two knives that I won was this Canary and this Canary and this Mini Elementum, CVB Elementum. But yeah, it was kind of like, it was, my finger was up too high like this when I went to remove it, and I cut a deep cut into my tip of my thumb. Not fun. Not fun at all. That sheath wasn't letting go. Yeah, just like this one. That's why I had it like this, and didn't have it out of the way like that, like it should be like that, or. But be less dumb, Band-Aid. That right. So, it's cigarette time. So, folks, harmless plug. I need more members, or more super chats or whatever, because I would like to buy more knives for giveaways. I really would. I would also like to up the quality of the knives for giveaways. Just saying. Because yeah, I hit my financial limit. Just saying. No pressure. But I'm not going to do the whole hold you all hostage. You know, if we get 10 members, I'll give away an extra knife. Nope, not gonna do that. I probably should, but I'm not. Break time. Okay, I don't have my phone, so I'm gonna have to grab my phone on the way out. But I'm gonna bring y'all with me. as soon as I get my phone. But I will keep on chatting. Bing, boom. Oh, no, none of that. That. There we go. So you don't have to see an empty chair. And you got to turn off the terrain following. So when I turn on the camera, you don't see all the piles of boxes on the daybed. But here we go. Boys, I was hungry. You know, this doing all this and talking for I don't know how long I've been talking, but for let's see, what time is it? Wow. Damn. I've been on for an hour and a half. Holy moly. That time, that went fast. Wait a second. My phone's not here. Where's my phone? Huh. Me neither. I can't follow the chat if I don't have my phone. Yeah, go ahead. I think it's out in the garage. Excuse me. Oh, nope. Yeah. Sorry, folks. Can't read the chat. Oh. Thank you, baby. My phone was where I was putting the desk chair together. I'll tell you what. It's more work than it needs to be. Never mind. Never mind. Let me pull up the live stream. Yeah, I was listening to DVD's live stream while I was finishing up the chair. That was fun. There we go. Let me get in all messages. I can see clearly now. The rain has fallen. I don't know that song. No, but I can see the chat. Oh, the chat hasn't moved much at all. I want a boss level gas station. That's a blade on each side where the spines open up back to back, called a double turbo. Nice. I gotta tell you, there's gotta be something to be said about station knives. I only wish they weren't all automatic, you know? Or assisted. Right Mountain is selling those QSP canaries for cheap right now. What those QSP canaries, Mick? Yeah, I know they had a $35 one. But that was like one colorway as far as I know. What's the fourth knife down? The fourth knife down, let me look. That is the Kaiser T1. That is the White Mountain Knives exclusive. So the blade is Nitro V. The handle's titanium. I just did a review on this knife. You want to check it out? It's got an interesting thumbnail. But they do have the T1, BD T1, BD being, you know, the button liner lock, and which this is.
They have it in titanium and L-Max. They also have it in Nitro V and other steels, I think. They have one for every budget level, I think, for sure. Wyoming Adventure, sorry I had a phone call from my mom. Kept it short, and we'll talk to her later. She's going to dinner with her friends. Nice. Very nice. My mom had a habit of calling during a live stream. I don't know how many times I would tell her, don't call me on Saturday. But since she's retired and she's old, I think, let's see. Yeah, she turns 90 in May. She has a hard time knowing what day it is, which I can see happening because it happens to me when I'm on vacation. It's hard to tell what day is which because you don't care because you're on vacation. And the same thing if you're retired, you know. So she would call me on Saturdays, and I kept on telling her, hey, call me on Sundays. And the reason why she had to call me is because my sister, well, that's my sister's she's disabled, so she constantly. No reason. My sister can't be trusted on the phone. No, my sister's fit. With a phone, and that's the reason why every time she gets a new phone, she breaks it. I don't know what that's about. But anyways, so me and my mom usually talk on Sundays now. Yeah, my mom's been doing it since she retired, essentially. Sheila, Wyoming. My mom retired at age 70 for 20 years. So I've been dealing with this. Well, I can't stop bleeding. Took an aspirin for my leg. Well, that is probably why you can't stop bleeding, because aspirin's a blood thinner. Benzie. A tighter band-aid there, Benzie, and I'll tell you, if it's you can't stop the bleeding, maybe try super glue if that doesn't work, or if you want to do super glue, maybe you need some stitches. And a trip to the ER might be in order. Oh, it looks like the neighbor got a new toy. Got an ATV. A lot of outdoors people here in northern Nevada. You know, because we got a lot of that federal land that people can go on and ride ATVs and motorcycles and bikes and shit. Good advice from Sheila there. Elevate the leg. That'll help get the swelling down, as well as slow the bleeding. Wait, big news about my mortgage. Hang on. Yeah. Hi. Rolf in the house? I would ring a bell, except I'm outside smoking there, Rolf. But welcome to the nest. Nest member. Congratulations on your 3 months and 3-month anniversary. Woo! Ding 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 ding. And Ramsey Silent is posted a link to his Rolf's YouTube channel. Oh, good reminder there, Mick. Rob's Nerdy Knives wife. She just got out of surgery, is doing well. Oh, cool. I didn't know she was going into surgery, but nice. I know what that's like. D. Letterman. Dwayne Letterman. Welcome to the nest. What's in your pockets? What are you carrying? Hey, Ralph, I heard you're giving away that, what's it called? The Odin? Your Kaiser Odin? At least that's a rumor. Don't tell anybody, but I just started that rumor, but... It's back. And this is for Rolf. Three-month member. Woohoo! Wow, I can't believe an hour and 40 minutes went by that quick back. Yeah, so Kaiser T1 can't help. You can't talk more highly about it. And let me put these off to the side. Same thing with the Olotons. But let me bring out my other T1s. Oh, excuse me. If I remember where I put them. Here we go. Here's the OG T1 and the button liner lock T1. Those go by age. As you can tell by the shape of the button, it's older version because the newer version's got a half moon. Which, if you take a look at my my review, this button is much better because it doesn't stick up as high, and you just have better access because of it's close to the edge there. It's half moon. See, that's the button. Look how easy it is to press. Where this one is a round one, it sticks up a little higher. See how much it sticks up? And I mean, it's easy to press because it sticks up like that, but this is G10, and this one is in a nice micarta. And this is the OG liner lock. I think Ron wants Rolf's Kaiser knife. Yeah, it's designed by oh God. Hey, Rolf, I'm having a senior moment. Who designed the Odin the Kaiser Odin, Marshall from Legion Knives. By the way, whatever happened to Legion Knives? Are they still around? Or are they still making knives? Are they still a company? They were hot and heavy with the live streams and shit for a while there, and then they just up and disappeared. Oh, plus, a thought occurred to me today. Has anybody heard about, yeah, there you go, Ralph. Sometimes my memory comes back. But has anybody heard from Caleb? Is he doing okay? Just giving up the knife thing? I know he was having medical problems, and then all of a sudden he just disappeared. And I sent him at least one Instagram, and he hasn't replied. Of course, that doesn't mean anything, but yeah, Rolf was talking about Legion Knives. Love you too, baby. Yeah. Has anybody heard about? Is he alive? Yeah, Caleb 1776. Exactly. Rachel. Talked to Caleb yesterday. He's doing okay. Been very okay. Good. You know, I could care less if he actually gives up YouTube, although, you know, it was nice seeing him. I love watching him on lives. Oh, really? I didn't see him on Bees, but I was busy on Bees. When Bees was live, I had to run, get the pizza, get the wings, get some whiskey. So I wasn't able to keep track of the chat. I just got back in time for the giveaway, and then it was eating dinner. So yeah. Oh, he did? Caleb did a live the other day? Oh, man, I missed it. Oh, now, okay. I was concerned. Huh. Okay. Good. Good thing to know, guys. I really was sincerely worried about Caleb. But here are the Kaiser T1s. A knifier knife that's ever knifed. But let me show off my my Olotons. You hear what I was talking about? Arby's? Maybe I have an Arby's for dinner. We were Sheila. Blame Sheila. Wyoming Adventures. She brought up she was going to have Arby's for dinner. I asked her what her go-to what was, and they got me thinking about it. And I told her what my go-to is, and now I got a taste for it. So here's two of the lemon sharks. Let me find the other one. Kali says she's not mad at you. It's okay. I guess we're having Arby's. I didn't think she would be mad at you, but you know, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if they can. Yeah, baby, go ahead and talk. Say something.
No, they
Say something again. Say something again. Just say it.
They can't hear me, I said.
Yeah, they can.
Oh, they can?
Yeah, I'm watching the. Go. Wait, listen.
I don't think they can actually hear much because
No.
they're not listening.
Every time you talk, I can see it on the mixer.
Seeing isn't hearing.
Huh?
Seeing isn't hearing.
No, if I'm seeing it going up on the speaker, on the mixer, that means your voice is going through this microphone and going through the software. Yeah. Love you. Ah, here's the other lemon shark. Oh, that's no good. There's this one. And, excuse me. Let me find my other lemon sharks. My other olitons. I know they're not in boxes, so they're sitting out here. I keep knives out for review. Oops. Comparisons. And for some reason, I got new glasses this week. What the hell was that sound? Flying emojis, we miss them. Well, Rachel Jordan, $2 super chat. Are the emojis not flying again? I hate that when that happens. Ah, damn it. I can't find my other olitons. Well, they're probably sitting out right in front of my face. I'm just not recognizing it to be what it is. Rats. Did I put them away? I might have. I hate that when that happens. God bless it. I hate it when I'm organized and don't realize I'm being organized. So my disorganized brain is thinking it's so disorganized. Oh, here's a knife that I received. I got the other day. I actually bought 3 of them. I forgot about this because I'm going to do a special review on these, and I'm not going to give it away, but that's right. I am not pulling a Lance, who says nothing else came in, and then he remembers about the 5 knives that actually came in. This is a mossy oak, but it's very, very similar to the Ozark Trail, or as some people like to call it for some reason, and I think it's stupid, but the Ozark Grail. Well, I'm going to sharpen these up, and then I'll end up eventually giving them away. But where God bless it. Now that really bothers me. Oh, let me, oh, my terrain following turned back on. Let me, look in my giveaway knives. Actually, not my giveaway knives, but my review knives. Nope. That sincerely bothers me. I'm missing 2 Olaton's knives. I will give up here in a minute. Stop looking for them for a minute. I'm sure they'll turn up. It's not like the Kaiser, the missing Kaiser original. That one's truly gone. I might have to buy a replacement for that Kaiser. If they're still available. I don't even know if they are. I have one Olaton's box out. So I wonder if I reboxed them up. But then if I did, where I put the boxes? That's the question. That is the question. Smelly soap. Smelly soap. Smelly soap. Yeah, that's not them. Yeah. They're not there. They're not anywhere I would have put them. I have my 3 boxes there. They're empty because that's where they should be. Oh, duh. Yeah. See what I tell you about my organized brain, my disorganized brain, not knowing, not talking well with my organized brain. Hey, Crow's Blades, what are you doing? What's in your pocket? Old man on the ridge. Hey, dude, good win last night. Congratulations. What did that MC win? You went to 2 Kaisers that I desperately want. The Warning and which one? What other one was? Oh, it was the sheepdog, the drop point sheepdog. But here's one of the other Olotons. If you can't, check out this link and buy something. But very good. Y'all check out On the Edges Blade Binge link. And then there's the, I think this is called the Emperor Penguin. Here's all my Olaton's knives. And I have one more coming. And if I have my way, I'll have another lemon shark coming as soon as it goes on sale. I can't, so far, every single Olaton's I have, which is right here, I absolutely love. For a crossbar lock, banger. I mean, it's a little mushy, but it's, a crossbar lock. It's snappier than most. And this little thing, Oh. Where's the, here it is. The little one is almost the same size as the mini growler. Maybe just a little longer than the mini growler. Look at that. That would have been a good comparison knife. So that's all my Honoson knives. Check out my whatchamacallit, review videos. I would appreciate it. It is now 3:59 and loot's still on. This is because you have a rocking collection, Rachel. Well, if I just go buy all the knives that Rachel won, yeah, she does. But she probably has even better than that, because that's the only ones I know of. Sultan's G040, great little pocket knife. Is that the one you bought last week, Sheila? Let's see. Just pinned my link to Honoson's at the top bottom of the chat, and on top or bottom, I'm not sure where it looks to you, but it looks to me at the bottom of the chat. But let me click on Old Man on the Ridge's link, if I can find it again. See what he's selling. No. On the Edges link. And let's take a look at this. And here's what On the Edge is selling, I believe. At least that's the link, yeah. So it's selling the Dream Tech for $69. Giant Mouse Iona for $175. Montego Knife Makers Eclipse for $165. Honoson's Thai Arrow. God, I wish I could get that. Ferment Wild Species, and that's another one I want to get. Got some bangers for sale. You're welcome on the Edge. For certain. Oh, look, it cuts cheese. Oh, that's part of the burr. Like a spice. It's dog one. I swear to God, you know, I don't know what language you're converting to from, but sometimes I don't understand what you're talking about. Okay, folks, I think it's about time we cut this live stream. So I get a chance to say hey to Mark, Lieutenant Tex. You know, I probably mentioned this before. I know I did, but I chose this time slot because I did it to avoid stepping on Mark and Lieutenant Tex, and unfortunately his work circumstances changed, and now he's, you know, his Saturday live streams are variable. The only time I do an early live stream is so I'm not ran over by Big Red EDC. So I do actually, when he does his early SKL, I do two live streams early at 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern time. Though that one's hard for me because I'm still not quite awake on the Saturday at 12 p.m. and you know I have to get ready, do all the get ready shit. And then I do a late night at 10 p.m. Because Big Red EC's on this time slot that I'm on right now. So the main reason why I do that is because I do a vertical and I tend to get 10 to 20 new subscribers, and they usually, most of them stick. So that seems to be my only big growth is doing those live streams. Unfortunately, because of work and life, I can't do live streams during the week. Although I might start doing them on Saturdays, late night after Friday nights after Madness Faction's over. But that's going to be in a wee time slot. So I'm almost positive that none of my subscribers or members are going to be awake at that time. But then again, you guys surprised me. So we're going to call it quits for the day. And I'll see you over in Lieutenant Texas live stream. You all have, please check out my reviews. I'm hoping after a brief break, I will do a few more reviews tonight for release for next week. And so keep an eye out for that. And I'll see you in the streams, maybe in Lieutenant Texas. Keep your wood hard, your knife sharp, and your wood hard. Adios, folks.